How I invoked true terror in my campaign. I've been running a campaign for a few months. My players are now level 12 and are unstoppable badasses. They tend to blow through any challenge I give them, even when I drain their resources a little. We've been gaming for months, and we are getting close to the end of this long-standing campaign arc. So, I decided to give them a true challenge, a real-life wisdom save. The players reach the lair of a strange and evil orc named Bafir. It is said that Bafir is the embodiment of hatred, and his name strikes fear into the hearts of his enemies. They have heard rumors of him stealing people at night and performing twisted dark rituals on them. They have been hunting him for weeks and are ready to put a stop to his evil reign of terror. They ambush the guards with the help of their followers. The battle is fierce, with multiple hits exchanged, but in the end, the players win and start to move into the lair when they feel a strange pulse of magic. They are curious, but shrug it off completely. After all, they haven't really been scared of any encounter. Yet. One by one, their followers become enraged, aggressive, withdrawn, nervous, and scared. While the players are trying to calm the followers down and figure out what's going on, one follower turns to another and blows his head off of his shoulders. The players begin tackling followers and trying charisma checks, which only sort of works. It is very different from how effective their attempts normally are. After a few rounds of rolling and panicking, everyone is calmed down, except for the warlock. He won't chill out, so they're dragging him along like a clockwork cat. They stride forward heads high, still confident. Their boots sink a few inches into what feels like clay or mud, and it smells like a butcher shop. The incantation for light is muttered, bathing the cave in brilliant white light. It reflects off of dark crimson puddles of blood on the floor. The walls have a strange fleshy texture, which is covered in thick streaks of blood. The players hear a steady drip, drip of blood falling from the ceiling, sending ripples through the puddles. The followers are terrified, and rightly so. This orc is a regular boogeyman for the region they are in. A follower curiously pokes at the fleshy wall. The wall splits open with a gush of blood, and a hideous monstrosity of flesh and fang clambers out, dripping gore and viscera. The followers evacuate their bowels and huddle together while the PCs make quick work of the strange flesh monster. Still unfazed, they move further into the cave. They come to the end of the cave, where they find one of their former party members, alive again, and reanimated into a horrible flesh monster. Immediately, I begin messaging the player on Discord to voice what I typed to them, to help the authenticity. The former PC, now an eldritch horror, starts laughing, talking about how they have seen the light and how much they were used by the party. Horrified at their long-dead companion shambling towards them, the players attack with abandon, hacking and cleaving the monstrosity into unrecognizable chunks of flesh. With the fight won, the players get ready to search the rest of the cave when I describe how the wizard falls over, unconscious. The players look around trying to find the cause of the wizard's collapse, but find nothing but stone walls and each other. Then I ask her to start rolling death saves. Perfectly, she rolls a 1. The PCs begin to panic immediately, rushing to her side to help her. But they can't find anything wrong. They can't get her back up. This is saying something for a level 12 life cleric. They pick her unconscious body up and try to run out of the cave, only for the cave to loop back in on itself. They turn to their followers for help, only to see them standing motionless, watching them with an unsettling, unwavering gaze. Another player goes down, and they begin to roll death saves as well. The players are horrified, desperately trying to find out what's happening. I describe the unconscious bodies as convulsing, their chests compressing rapidly, as if someone invisible and incorporeal was trying to resuscitate them. The remaining party members still standing start attacking the empty air over their fallen companions in desperation. I tell the players straight up, if you don't find a way out, you will all die, and the campaign ends here. I wasn't lying. Players are panicking, unable to figure anything out. A third player goes down. All that's left is the bear barbarian. This can't be real. It has to be an illusion. I pause the game. Suddenly, they are brought back to the entrance of the cave. Only the barbarian is conscious, blood dripping down his nose. Their followers, all of them alive, are looking worried at the players, trying desperately to bring them back up. All the other PCs are at 0 HP and making death saving throws, and the barbarian is the only one still with HP, albeit little. In case you couldn't guess, the magical pulse they thought was an aura of anger from this magical orc was actually an act of illusion magic, trapping the players in a damaging nightmare. I hinted at this constantly throughout the cave, having their followers not act quite right, bringing a horrible nightmare, their dead PC as an eldritch horror to their sights, and having them start dropping dead. Then describing how their followers were attempting to revive them physically, though they couldn't see them. The final nail in the coffin was a constant psychic damage their real bodies were taking, 4d6. They were one roll away from the campaign ending, without them even knowing why. This worked because I had always given them a strong feeling of control, because I had always been fair as a DM, even when it is sometimes unrealistic. In this one instance, I took away their power and left them helpless. They could not power through this in their normal way, and it wasn't fair. Once they had all been picked back up in-game, the players needed to take a break in real life. Even a week later, the biggest moment the players were talking about wasn't killing a god that session. It was talking about how terrifying it was to almost lose their PCs, without them having any clue why. Altogether, it was probably my favorite moment in D&D so far. How would your players react if they were dying in a lucid nightmare? Have you almost killed your party? Or killed your party in an unconventional way? And without them even knowing why? Please tell us of your experiences and comment your reactions below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, All Things D&D. Our next video will be posted in 3 days, so stay tuned for more amazing Dungeons & Dragons content.